we are facing a very formidable array of enemies, both external and within. And we are going to overcome each and every one of these obstacles. That I can assure you. That they may know that the God we worship is an invisible God, not a God that was wrought by the hands of men. For we do not worship idol, and we can never ever worship idol. Is impossible. This very family, this IPOB, belongs to the Most High. And that is how it's going to be until Biafra comes and beyond, to eternity. This evening, I want to place it on record that our enemies are intensifying their attack against us from every corner. I am not saying this as lamentation or complaint. I am only trying to prepare our people for what is to come. You are being prepared for what is to come. The time has come to separate the chaff from the wheat itself. Our march is very, very near. The enemies are trembling, they are quaking, they are doing all they can to try to stop us. But they have failed very woefully, and they will continue to fail. But I want to tell you that we are getting attacks from everywhere all over the world. And very soon, they will buy over some of you. They will buy some of you over. The spirit of Obab, Yasika, and Ifajuna are still in some of you. When the time comes, they will buy you over. I am not doing this program tonight to ask all of you to be strong. I am doing it to remind you, not that if they succeed in buying you over, you're not going to stop what we're doing. You can't. You cannot. Not in a trillion years. But I need you to appreciate one very simple fact. That at the end of this very race, everybody will get the same God of Israel, of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the same God of Inaguleri.
People, depending on where you are watching me from.
The same God of Orairi, the same God of Uweiri, the same God of Orochukwu. Not to be no bad, the true God, one true God. You will know that indeed, not only is He omnipotent, but that same God is the owner of this very agitation. No human being can stop it. We have enemies, and we need to be very, very careful, both within and without. Very, very careful. The next 2 weeks will be very pivotal. Next 2 weeks will be very, very important in the life, or should I say, in this very mission that we have embarked upon. The devil will do everything. And you are going to watch spectacularly how we are going to destroy and shame the enemy. That at the end, every glory and adoration will belong to God and not to man. Now let us go and tell you what is happening that some of you do not understand. I want those of you who are hardcore, those who we are chosen before you were born. There were some people who were chosen before they were born to agitate for Biafra restoration. This is a message for you. Those who, from their mother's womb, they were born to do this very work. You must be very, very strong. Because Biafra will open the eyes of black people all over the world. Because Biafra will mean that blacks from America, blacks from the Caribbean, from Southern America, they will all flood into Africa. It will be like the time that Yeshua was born. Biafra is like a light, a beacon. They will follow it. They will say, let us go and see what is happening there. That is what these no-colonialists do not want. They don't want Biafra to come. I am telling our people so they understand the mountains. I didn't say one mountain. The mountains in front of us that we need to overcome. And for us to overcome it, we need to be very strong mentally, mental strength. Just like when you're doing anything in life, and it appears as if you are being buffeted from everywhere. That is the time that you no longer rely on willpower or your muscles. You go to your brain to endure and to persevere and to keep going until you overcome. That is the stage we are in right now. To make sure that our brain is in gear to confront everything the Janjaweed has to throw at us. We don't have money. Their budget is over $20 billion to fight us. They can bribe Facebook, they can buy them off. They can do anything they like. They can come to some of you and bribe you off. They can promise you what you've never had before. They can give you maybe a house in Dubai. They can promise you a vehicle. They can tell you, oh, we'll make you vice president. They can promise you anything to make sure that you're like them. But this very IPOB, this very hardcore is not going to move. And I will tell you why we can't move.
So in the process that we are embarking upon, if we are not praying for war, but we are it to come to war, we have to fight. The only thing we are saying is that this time around, we will be more prepared than we were before. That's all we are saying. Nobody's asking for war. To tell me that you're prepared to be a slave in the Philippines, in another person's country, enjoying, let them go and ask the Filipinos what they went through to drive away Imelda Marcos and the husband. Our people need sometimes somebody suggested before that in the new Biafra we will turn every textbook into a local language. If you're in Ibibio, physics will be in Ibibio language, geography in Ibibio, everything is in Ibibio language. If you're from Igbo land, everything will be in Igbo language. Everything. So that our people can reason in their own language. This is why I hated colonialism. If you think in a foreign language, you will not understand the meaning of what you're talking about. That is why at Radio Biafra, we don't present radio and journalism the way it is done everywhere else. Because our people, it will not have the desired impact. Here we give you the news and tell you the meaning and implications of the news we are presenting. How can somebody who claims he or she is educated can go to Philip and say, oh, don't join, you are not born during the war. What if you see what we suffered? Do you know what Churchill went through, what the British people went through under Hitler? Had Hitler launched his infantry into this country, has he commenced the ground assault in Britain, he would have taken over the country. That's what saved the people here. They don't understand history because they are not educated. They were educated in Nigeria, where you go to school for 2 weeks and you're on strike for 8 years. I don't blame them at all. That was why some of us left that zoo to come outside to come and study, so we can understand what studying is all about. So that when we stand up and speak and talk about intelligent people, we know what we are talking about. Anybody who is educated in Nigeria, I'm afraid to say, you are nobody because your brain is not complete. You are not intelligent enough to discuss or to understand what we're talking about. If you have to go to war, you go to war. Sometimes you fight a war not to defend lives and property, but to defend something that money cannot buy. That thing is called honor. It is called honor.
I greet every one of us, anywhere you're joining me from right now, anywhere you are. I greet you. You are welcome to this wonderful program, this wonderful day, wonderful time, wonderful hour. We must continue. If you listen to this, our leader's message now, you will understand what is going on now. Just try to reconcile the two. We are now at a point where you only need to focus with your mental reasoning. He said so many things, so many of us will be bought, so many has been bought, and so many are still getting paid for today. That by many will be bought more. So don't think that the people that are buying because the buyers are always ready to make offer. And there are people that said no yesterday, and today they will say yes because of one thing or the other. Maybe yesterday the going was good with them, it was going the way they liked, it was in their favor, and today the government is no longer that government that favors them the way they love it, the way they want it. Then they decide to fight against the government. Then they will be bought over today. And I want us to know that when you hear they bought people over, it doesn't really mean or necessarily mean that they were paid. No. Some have been bought over by the kingdom of darkness to fight against what we are doing. You see, this freedom, the enemy is not happy that you want to be free. This is one thing you must understand. The enemy is not happy that you are about to be liberated. That was why when Jesus came here on earth, the enemy, the devil did everything to stop him. But do you know what? When Jesus came here on earth, the Satan thought by eliminating him, he have eliminated everything. Not knowing that by eliminating Jesus, that he just catapulting or rocketing him to the point where he needed to be. This light is too much. Where he needed to be. So that is something. They have been persecuting us, they cutting up, they cannot, they judging, this, that, do that, boo boo, kill us, murder us, Operation Python, dance, lies our life out. Those things they did, they really are the things that gave us the strength, the ability to come to where we are today. And this is why when you go to our schools, there is no longer anything like history. The ideas of Britain wiping away your history so that tomorrow you will not know that we were once one family. When they come, they divide us, they separate us, they tell you, you are now Akwa Ibom State, you are now Imo State. And by the time we grow old and die, our children will never knew that their fathers were once one good, harmonious family. They have succeeded. Divide and conquer and destroy. This is why they wipe away your history so you don't know where you are coming from or where you are going to. But we know where we are coming from. We are not, we will never or any longer allow any man to tell our stories for us. We are going to tell our stories ourselves because we know our story better than any other. We will tell it better than any other could tell. Now, Prime Minister announced the second phase. It will be forcefully activated, carried out very forcefully. So those that are in the homeland in uniform, still believing you are working for Nigeria, this is coming for you. He made it clear we will listen to him as he made it clear again. And I think in the last two programs, he said it clearly. It was clear. He made them clear there. But before we go there, I would like us to go to his Twitter handle this morning to find out what is trending. Yeah, what is really, really trending. Let's go to his handle this morning. Okay, we're here. Here, 40-year-old boy beheaded by friends and adult accomplice for money ritual in Oyo, Sahara reporters.
We are concerned about it.
Okay, Okay, now this. And this, we'll see it not now. We'll go here. The Jaguar Battalion. The Jaguar Battalion of the Biafra Defense Force, the Army of God. When you hear our Prime Minister telling you that we are well prepared, no matter what anybody want to do, hmm, you cannot blackmail this our Biafra. No, 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 no be now. You know the work again. It is not going to work again. It has worked for them before when they think if we blackmail this, we'll bring it down. Listen, this is no longer an organization, it's now a nation. We have graduated, matured from an organization to a nation, a full nation government. The only thing that we are seeking now is to get recognized by the world. Already, some countries have endorsed their recognitions. It will shock you, it will surprise you when the time will come. When you begin to hear names of the nations that have endorsed in this, that have endorsed for their recognition, it will shock you, it will surprise you, it will shock you. Our Prime Minister, Biafra Republic Government in Exile, said from Daily Post, I have served the Igbos. How do I bring it to look bigger? I have served the Igbo better than anyone, Simon Ekpa. But when you come and look, when you look, ask yourself, is it true? Has it not been better than all these them Ohanese this, Ohanese chairman, Ohanese leader, Ohanese council, that one, the other one, the other one? If not that he began earlier to warn about this protest, our people would have died. Forget all this you see, Akpabio, them, all of them coming to talk now and then. No, even what is his name? Benjamin, okay, Benjamin Carlo, because our Prime Minister Simon Ekpa have made it clear, don't come out. And they come to find out, hey, if the people from Biafran region don't come out, it will give us honor, it will give us more recognition, because they are politicians that think only of what benefits them. Only what benefits them. They come to realize that, hey, if we will be able to make our area, our region not to participate, and this government will favor me more. Me, not our people. Now listen, now you see the Benjamin Carlo telling you that sitting at home is the best thing now. Sit at home. I encourage you. I beg you. Sit at home. Monday, sit at home is even nothing to be compared. Sit at home. You will ask yourself, is this not the same people who have been telling you that sitting at home is crushing their economy? I don't know if I can find that his video. Is this not the same people who have told you that sitting at home is destroying their economy? Now you see all of them, all the politicians from Biafra land, all of them coming out to tell you, no, sit at home during this protest. Don't come out. Sit at home. Ask yourself, why are they no longer telling you, you are losing your business, you are losing, your economy is getting down, your economy is spoiling? Why are they no longer telling you? because they have been lying. They never mean anything before. Mm-mm. You know, concern them. When you think they are trying to fight for you, it's not true. Now, waiting that they call here from the Funani people. So when they come and tell you, sit at home, avoid this protest, sit at home, I want you to think. These people now telling you to sit at home, are they not the same people who said that Simon Ekpa calling sit at home is evil? Simon Ekpa calling sit at home is a terrorist act. Is act of terrorism. Is it not true? Didn't we see them say? Even the Peter Bass said that terrorist is sitting at home is a terrorist activity, and we see who again? I think a salute. All of them said. Even in the National Assembly, we see what is his name? Abari Best said that sitting at home is against the law. That when you sit at home, you have committed a treasonable felony. Didn't we see them all say this today? They are calling you to sit at home. That is why we must never joke with anything about this our freedom. Because our freedom, there is nothing like to say, if not this, let's take this. No, it's just the freedom of freedom. Because the people that want your freedom from you have not stopped demanding for you. You know, one thing we don't understand is that some people want our freedom. They just want to take away our freedom from us. This is one thing we don't understand. We think all these things is just for doing. No, there are people that are demanding day and night, spiritually, physically, to take away this freedom from you. And as long as you think, let me pause a little to see the freedom is gone, you will end up in IDP camp. That is why you must do everything. Go to any length. Go to, if you want go to do ritual, bring your money, we need them. If you like, let it be Yahoo, bring them. All we need is freedom. But when freedom comes, you will not even think of doing Yahoo. You will not imagine, because most people that you see getting involved in Yahoo today are there because they have been frustrated into Yahoo. Some robbers have been frustrated into robbing. Some prostitutes were frustrated into prostitution. So what you need is good government, not bad government. Bad government destroys the nation, destroys the people rather, because anywhere you have bad government, you don't have a nation. So I call on everybody to support. Still, I don't mind those people that lost. They lost long ago, and they have been forgotten. We have left them behind. They are no longer existing. They are not existing. That's just the simple truth. They don't exist again. Now we don't abandon them, worker. We have abandoned them. So we will be, and I want to say something. Like this man, he has been saying things all the time. This man now, he will come out and talk, but he don't want to identify with Biafra freedom. Will Nigeria one day turn overnight and become good? If you don't find if you don't fight for your freedom, you think the freedom will come? If everybody will sit in their house, nobody is coming out, nobody is doing anything, you think this freedom will come? If nobody is bringing out their money to sponsor the people on the land, to bring to guard your land, to keep your land, you think this freedom will come? If nobody is coming out boldly, listen, coming out to speak good speech because you want to be romancing Nigeria freedom, they say, hey, Ndibo has been marginalized. Every time you put a fucking bonus, you are living comfortable in America or Canada or Britain, you are enjoying it. But come here and they support your people to be free. You will not do that. Every time you are telling us this one, who will do it? If everybody will keep sitting in their comfortable zones, speaking, no action. Listen to him.
Hi guys, Dr. Zoe here. Happy weekend. Morning from Canada. I'm about to go to work, and this is Friday. I decided to just make a short video before I go for my followers. And my topic today is I cry for Nigeria. I really, really weep for that country now. I'm telling you, the things that are happening under my things I see now is shocking. You won't believe the number of people that are leaving the country today. Every day I see families, tons of families in my clinic that are relocating. They don't want to go back to Nigeria. You open social media, 150,000 people collected UK visa this year. They're not going back. The ones we sent to go to Paris Olympic, so many Nigerians are playing for other countries happily. Adobe is playing representing Ireland. Tunde is representing Bahrain. This is what you're going to see there. And the worst one is that even the people that came there under the umbrella of Nigeria are negotiating with other countries to Japa. If I talk now, say propaganda, Igbo man. I weep for that country. Our leaders don't even see it. Our leaders don't see it. They don't.
You see, one problem with our people is that they don't want to denounce the wickedness being meted out on people. They don't want to denounce this wickedness. They still want the wickedness like carry it like this and they will be walking. You go disassociate yourself from the wickedness. You don't run go Canada. You know, say Canada, they good. What have you done to bring the goodness? What have you done to impact just a little bit of what you have witnessed or seen in Canada in your people? Highest thing you will do is you will help to process one or two people's visa. They will go run away to Canada, and as you run away to Canada, you are not coming back again. You are gone forever. We are telling you that people are gone. So many people. There's one video, one program we will do later, but not now. How many people, listen, how many communities the Funanis have taken away? It will shock you. So many people don't know. Over 102 communities in Plateau State alone has been taken over by Fulani since how many years ago? Until now, people still there, they brag. You run away to Canada, you were comfortable, you are telling Nigeria, I pity my Nigeria. How are you pitying your Nigeria? Deliver the people. We need fund. If you no go give them free, give them as loan, I owe you. If you no go do them a donation, do them as loan. That's why Bible said, my people perish for lack of law. That's why Namde cannot say, we go there to get knowledge. In as much as you still reason like Nigeria, sorry is your name. You are reasoning like Nigeria, you will remain in Nigeria. That I tell you, if you dare anywhere for this life, they Canada, they America, as long as you that mentality, oh yeah, that good grease, oh yeah, rejected, old rejected grease is still covering your brain, you will not reason well. You will never reason well. You'll be reasoning like them. That is why you see Emeka Anyoko coming. Emeka Anyoko will be the, if you don't take time, the thing that happened to other people will happen to him. True. If Emeka Anyoko don't take time, the same thing that happened to people that played along this line he is playing now will happen to him. He still have chances to withdraw, strain his foot from walking into evil and destruction. So that is that. We are not listening. All you know, if you know him, you see him every day. He come out to tell you how Nigeria is good. You pity your people. Oh, I pity Nigeria people are Japan. Is it good that people are running away from Nigeria? No, it's evil because the country is evil. You run away from evil forest. You cannot run away from a country if you have one. All these people you see running away saying, I'm running away from, you are not running away from your country because Nigeria is not your country. How many Fulanese have you seen running away from Nigeria? How many Northerners did you see running away? I'm asking you a question. Do you think? They don't run away. How years they go carry your money for all you go do a scholarship. When they finish, they come back. They are coming back to occupy while we are running away not to come back. They are there to occupy day in, day out. They are coming in to occupy while we are running away and never coming back. I just want to show you something for you to understand. I just want to show you something. Hold on. Do you see this? How herdsmen seized, renamed 102 plateau communities. You see that? 102 communities. Only in plateau. Only in plateau. Only in plateau. What about Benue? What about Niger? Have you thought about that? How about Lower Kaduna? 102. And this is as at how many years ago? As at 2021. 100. By now, you should have gone beyond 1,000 communities because almost everything there has been taken over by people that call themselves headers. And you will see some fools on the social media, on Twitter and on Twitter spaces. They are telling you, hey, don't mind them. They are lying. It's not Funani that are killing. They are killing themselves and they are tagging it up Funanis. They will tell you it's Funani. It's not Funani. You watch people speak rubbish. You wonder, these people, are they okay at all? Did they okay at all? Not fighting against the people of Biafra land is the problem. Is after fighting them, where will you stand? Will you defeat Biafra? This is what you should be asking yourself. Like our Prime Minister will tell you, not to jail, fight Simon Ekpa is fighting Simon Ekpa. How will you come out? How would the end be? Today we are recording over 50 million votes. Over 50 million votes. Over 50 million votes. You know, shock you. Hmm? You know, shockalize you. You should be shockalized. 50 million votes. Not here now. I don't understand or not understand. This alone shows you that everybody want to be free from that shackles called soul. Everybody want to be free. Nobody want to remain there. No single body want to remain there. Nobody. But every single Biafran you see want to leave. They don't want to stay.
My fellow Biafrans, friends, and well-wishers that are observing this tour of Africa today. I am not here to make long speech, as usual. I'm just here to change the dynamic of everything. Today, I want to use this opportunity to announce to entire Biafrans all over the world our next phase of the Biafra liberation. The next phase of the Biafra liberation is the forceful delegitimization of the Nigeria terrorist state within Biafra land. What do I mean by this? Our next phase is enforcement. Enforcement of the closure and the lockdown of every presence of Nigeria for the next 1 month. Our next 1 month lockdown is going to be enforced. For the very first time in the history of the Biafra liberation, we are enforcing the lockdown of Nigeria within Biafra territory for 1 month. What did I say? Enforcement. We are going to use force. The Biafra Liberation Army, for the very first time, will engage the Nigeria terrorists in quest to push them out of our land, and we are going to have a test. The test will be for complete 1 month. We will lock down the offices. The offices to be locked down in Biafra land will be listed in days to come. We're going to list all of them so that nobody will say they don't know about it. And of course, we will make sure that civilians in Biafra land are protected. Our guns and ammunition and arms will never go against civilians. This targeted eviction and delegitimization of Nigeria has become a must. It has become inevitable as we continue to fight the terrorists within our land. Our aim and objective is to completely eradicate Nigeria. And of course, we are going to have a test of what is to come after December 2nd. So the announcement for the 1 month lockdown of Nigeria system within Biafra land will come in a week or 2 weeks to come. We will give you the date from when to when, and of course, also list the offices that will be locked down for 1 month in Biafra land. And like I said, we will enforce it. We will enforce it with force because we are fighting a terrorist state with guns. And of course, one of those offices will be barracks. One of those offices will be police stations under Nigeria. One of those offices will be government houses. So you don't need ordinary stick to enforce that. It is a test that the whole world will sit and witness. The time has come that our own freedom is taken. Our future is in our hand. And what we are doing today is to make sure we protect the life of our women and children. So my fellow Biafrans, in the coming weeks, I want everybody to pay attention to the updates that will be coming from our handles. the delegitimization of Nigeria within our land is taken to the next level. And there's going to be enforcement. And remember, if we do not destroy Nigeria today, Nigeria will destroy us. If we do not end the terrorist state of Nigeria, the terrorist state of Nigeria will end us. We cannot see and sit and watch a state that kills its own citizens, that have no regard to human dignity and have no regard to women and children. That kind of state is not a state anybody can support. We've seen the massacre of Biafrans, massacre of Christians, massacre of many indigenous nationalities in other parts of Nigeria. They are as human as us. They have nobody to speak for them. They have no government in exile like you do. They have no Mazi Nnamdi Kanu like you do. They have no Simon Ekpa like you do. They have no cabinet members in the government in exile. They have no de facto government in the homeland. Nobody speaks for them. Nobody fights for them. They have no liberation army. They have no resistance fighters. They have nobody to defend them. And these people are getting killed every day. We need to make Nigeria very, very uncomfortable. And believe me, the more Biafra fight Nigeria, the more we save life in other parts of the country. Especially the life of those Christians who have nobody to speak for them. We are going to draw these people to our land and neutralize them. Like Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said, that's exactly what we're going to do. So I want every Biafran to understand that during this 1 month lockdown of the Nigeria terrorist state institution in Biafra land, our businesses will be flourishing. People will go to work. Those that are Biafrans, if you are a business person in Biafra land, you will go to your shop, go to your market, nobody will disturb you. We will make sure that your market will be protected. We will make sure that nobody will attack you in the market. We will make sure that when the terrorist army and police come, we will be in the street. The first time the Biafra forces will be on the street. This is going to be this 1 month that is coming. So our market will open. Our businesses will open. And let me also tell you that when people say that, oh, Simon Ekpa is now, attacking the government directly, you think we will start attacking the government from the beginning? It is a step-by-step. It is a gradual process. We have come to the point that we have conditioned the Biafra people. We have conditioned those in our land, and our people know exactly what we are doing, why we are fighting for them, and the reason they have to obey, and also give their trust and their loyalty to the Biafra government. And today, we've succeeded in delegitimizing Nigeria, and they are no longer answerable to any government, any Nigerian government officials. I want to also announce to Biafra people that we have recorded over 50 million votes today. Over 50 million votes in the Biafra self-referendum. Can you beat that? Over 50 million votes. And I want you to understand that these 50 million people has given us their mandate. They have signed and say, fight for us. We have given you the mandate. Fight for us. That's exactly what it means. And for that, we are going to test run the lockdown of the Nigeria system within Biafra land. What I'm saying, take it very seriously. I said enforcement is against Nigeria terrorist army, against Nigeria terrorist state, against Nigeria terrorist air force, custom, anybody wearing uniform and carrying gun under Nigeria. You are a terrorist in our land. And this 1 month, we will use it to test you for what is to come on the 2nd of December. I have no other speech to give. Call this thing and let it go far. Biafra has come. We will fight our way out. And this fight is in accordance with how we want it, when we want it, and how we are going to want it. It's not about Nigeria dictating how we fight it, like they did in 1967 and 1970. We will never go into conventional war with Nigeria. We have designed a way to defeat them. And it is guerrilla warfare, and of course, they know what it means. We will never, ever allow the Nigerian state to continue to kill our women and children like I have done in the past. So my brothers and sisters, fellow citizens of Biafra, we have come to defend our land, our life. We are fighting for survival. It is a fight to finish. And I want you to understand that the fallen kingdom has risen. Thank you. Power to the Biafra Liberation Army. Power to the Biafra Defense Forces, airborne to all the fighters. The time has come. We will test Nigeria, and the world will know what they have been hiding for the past 2 years. It will be open.
Easy now!
Freedom is freedom. Freedom is freedom. Freedom is coming. Oh yes, I know. Freedom is coming. Freedom is coming. Freedom is coming. Oh yes, I know. Oh yes, I know.
All right. Now, when you listen to this, our Prime Minister's message, you listen to the other one he also made the last time in Lagos, you will understand that we have gone far. And it's like after this also, I will show us another video by our Prime Minister as well. So let us also listen to this. From now, me I don't finish. Make we dey listen to our Prime Minister.
Thank you very much, Biafrans in Lagos, Lagos Liazen. Officially, from this today, you will be addressed as Lagos Liazen. I welcome all of you and thank you for inviting me to Lagos. As a matter of fact, while you are in other part of Nigeria, see yourself as you are already in abroad, because that is going to be the final reality. Lagos will be another country at the end of the day. And today, we officially declare you a liaison office in Lagos. This particular meeting today is the first of its kind. And I know that many of you who are part of the government will not have anything to ask. But it is an opportunity for those in Lagos and beyond, in Nigeria diaspora, to have this opportunity to ask questions and bring in their concern why they have not been part of the struggle, the liberation of Biafra. My fellow Biafrans, I welcome all of you today. I come with message of hope. This is the time to come together and make this freedom a reality. The admin of Lagos Liazen has just taken word out of my mouth, but I will go further to give some light in what he has said. When we come on board in the Biafra liberation, like I promised Mazen Amdekano, that if there is nothing on the table for Biafra to come, I would bring something to the table. And I will continue from this particular statement where the liaison officer stopped. I want you to understand that for the very first time, for those who are always asking you, what have the Biafra government done? What has Simon Ekpa done? At least, if they have not seen anything that we have done, I will explain a little bit of what we have done. When we started, there was a particular group that always have been asking, where is your roadmap? And that question was actually directed to Mazen Amdekano and the defunct IPOB. They say, where is your roadmap to freedom? And during that time, There has never been any answer to that question until now. And in case, if you have not seen that answer physically on ground, I will explain the answer, which is the roadmap to Biafra. One is that for the very first time in the history of Biafra freedom fighting, we use what we called multi-dimensional approach. No other Biafra group anywhere in the history have used it. And what is the multidimensional approach? The political approach, the diplomatic approach, and the armed struggle approach. Pay attention. Political approach, diplomatic approach, armed struggle approach. Now, every other group neither use any of these three. They are tempted to use maybe diplomatic approach, which failed, because you can't use diplomatic approach when there is no very strong resistance from the Biafra people against the Nigerian government. It's not going to work. So what do? We activated the entire 3 stages of freedom fighting. What is the diplomatic approach? Diplomatic approach is making sure we open, first of all, we have formed Biafra government in exile. It didn't end there. The Biafra government in exile now formed the Biafra de facto government. It did not also end there. The de facto government now has a complete government structure from state to county to district. We have defined our map of Biafra. In this map of Biafra, we have 40 states. And this 40 state is called the United States of Biafra. What is the system of government? Confederation. Confederation. This is a combination of the diplomatic and political approach. After we have done this, the Biafra government in exile has activated the diplomatic approach by opening the liaison offices all over the world, seeking recognition from countries. And we are not actually expecting any country to recognize us now. Because if you are very conversant with government in exile, you understand there are complications. But how well you are ready to fight will determine how it's going to end. Like you know, we are not the first country to have effective government in exile. It didn't end there. We have what we call the most effective government in exile that controls the territory in the homeland through the de facto government and the Biafra Defense Forces. I am explaining to you now the diplomatic and the political approach combined. Now, the diplomatic approach also gives birth to the Foreign Affairs Ministry of the Biafra Republic Government in Exile, which is responsible in approaching government all over the world. The same diplomatic approach gave birth to us hiring one of the best lobbyist firms in the United States today. And you don't go and hire lobby firm, as a group without something very tangible that the lobby firm will use to, advance your cause. It becomes a waste of time, resources, and money. So we needed to wait for the appropriate time to come for us to have lobby firm to be speaking while we are speaking to Nigeria. And so a lot of people were, oh, we don't see you have lobby firm. What are you doing? Nobody know. We're waiting because we have the template we are following, which Nigeria can never, ever defeat. So at the right time, we hired the lobbyist firm. And today, as we are speaking in the language Nigeria will understand, and sometimes they will never understand, our lobbyist firm will be speaking in the language that America will understand. That is part of the diplomatic approach. It didn't end there. The Biafra government activated what we called the Biafra self-referendum? Well, first of all, we had what we call the Biafra Convention in Finland in 2023. During that convention, before that convention, a lot of people were laughing at us. Oh, they are having convention. Simon Ekpa is gathering money. You pay. They even were trying to mock that you are even paying to go to Finland. And Biafra came. Over 500 or so of Biafrans came to Finland for this convention. We started the process of adopting the Biafra Charter, a Helsinki Declaration. We went into alliance with official alliance government to government with Amazonia. That alliance is being made reference to today by many international institutions as they begin to talk about the crisis in the region. We went into alliance with Amazonia called Helsinki, Biafra Amazonia Helsinki Declaration. It is there in the history. Now, the Biafra Helsinki Convention 2023, where a place, a lot of things were discussed, a lot of decisions were made. We voted, all the delegates that came to Finland voted on to adopt Biafra Charter. Biafra Charter become the foundation of what we see today. In the Biafra Charter, we defined the land right, defined how the government will treat landowners, all these issues, fundamental issues that are not in Nigeria Constitution, never discussed in Nigeria Constitution, that are bringing a lot of debt, were already discussed under the Biafra government in exile. We started solving this solution from the grassroots. I am still coming to what Simon Ekpa have done and Biafra government. We begin to look for a way to eliminate fraud in Biafra. What did we do? We unveiled the Biafra Security Administration, a department in Biafra Republic government in exile and Biafra de facto government. This department is responsible for issuance of national identity card and national security number. And then, of course, they are also responsible for the collection of Biafra database. So what did we do? We designed one of the most secured national identity card as a government in exile, because our vision is to eliminate everything that Nigeria has done and impacted negatively on ourselves as in our identity. Because today, if you go anywhere presenting any Nigeria ID card or passport, you are seen as a criminal. We decided to develop a system that will eliminate that. We went into research. We went into conferences to look for a solution to this particular problem. We went to many conferences within Europe, within Scandinavia. And finally, we found a solution to it. And today, we have what we call the Biafra Security Administration that is responsible for issuance of Biafra National Identity Card, well secured with facial recognition. That is part of the political solution or the political approach, making sure that we met the international requirement for a statehood. Under the Montevideo Convention, a lot of you don't know this. We have met that requirement through different multi-dimensional approach that we have applied in the course of our freedom. It didn't end there. We continued and we unveiled the Biafra self-referendum, which was a continuation and a product of the Helsinki Convention of 2023. If you watch some of the video clip while we visited the office of Biafra Lazen in Finland, the opening, when we were in Finland, I made a speech from that office where I said, the next year, we are going to enter the Biafra self-referendum. And that next year is 2024. we started the Biafra self-referendum voting online. We went the first phase. The second phase, we changed, making sure that because of the difficulties our people are going through with the network and all that, we changed to also adopt a physical voting. And today, we have recorded over 49 million votes. But when we started, they laughed at us. I am telling you what Simon Ekpa have done. I may not tell you all, but I'm telling you the most crucial ones. You people will now use your hands, and because everything we do is on social media. We're not hiding, because this is a freedom fighting for a nation. You don't hide anything. Everything you do needs to be in the public for international community to judge by themselves. And as I'm talking to you today, on the second phase of the Biafra self-referendum, we recorded 30 million votes that have called the attention of international community. As reported by the ORB. Sonny, please, as I am talking, can you share the ORB on the screen, please? The Biafra self-referendum today has attracted the attention of international community, including the attention of the researchers from reputable institutions. One of them is in the United Kingdom. And they researched on our self-referendum. And this is what they have to say. Keep an eye on Biafra self-referendum. But when we started, they tell you who is the observer. Do you have international observer? Do you have UN coming to back you? Do you have this and do you have that? It didn't end there. Share it on the screen. I want every one of you to go and read this. It is called ORB International, a very powerful institution in the United Kingdom. And the person who wrote this is called by Bridget Dubus, a senior research analyst. If you look at this, you see, why do Biafra want independence? I want everybody to go. I don't have the time to read everything here. I'm just telling you one of the most important achievements of Biafra government. According to Ekpa, the Biafra self-referendum is justified, given the marginalization faced by many Biafrans living in the southeastern region of Nigeria and ineffectiveness of the national government in solving these issues. These are facts. This sentiment, this is the most important line in this whole thing. This sentiment is backed. My sentiment, the Biafra government sentiment, the Biafra Republic government in Exile sentiment, the Biafra de facto government sentiment, of which you in Lagos are part of. This report says this sentiment is backed by their ORB International most recent publication or public opinion polling in Nigeria. Are you listening to that? They have went to Nigeria on their own to make public opinion polling even before the Biafra self-referendum issue come on board. Now, they went further to say that this their finding in Nigeria is backed by my opinion on Biafra self-referendum. So which means it is the right thing to do, that the people are tired. Listen again. Let me continue. They said this sentiment is backed by ORB International most recent public opinion polling in Nigeria. Nigerians in the southeast and the south-south region. And you see now that Biafra has been recognized to be south-south and southeast. In case of those who are still beating around the bush and jumping up and down. They said Nigerians in the southeast and south-south region are most likely to perceive the national government as ineffective compared to other regions. The southeast and south-south region, where the location of the historic homeland of the Igbo people, who formed the core of the secessionist Republic of Biafra, and a high concentration of Biafrans continue to live in these regions. Despite Igbos being the third largest ethnic group in Nigeria, there has yet to be an Igbo president since the end of war in 1970, leading to the feeling of marginalization among the Igbo people. Now, beyond ethnic marginalization, Biafra Republic government in exile has cited increased threat of security as a justification for self-referendum. The ORB, are you listening? What we are citing as a justification for self-referendum include insecurity. ORB data found that respondents in the Southeast region are the most likely to feel unsafe in their communities compared to all respondents, while insecurity issues like kidnapping, killing, and the destruction of property have plagued the southeastern region of Nigeria for years. The level of violence caused by militants and terrorists continue to increase. The national government has been unable to curb the increasing violence in the region. This increasing threat of violence, coupled with the ethnic marginalization of the Igbo people living in this region, could be a current trigger for the Biafra want to succeed from Nigeria. So they go up a little bit. This is them conducting field work in Nigeria. Now, they went further to say response of the national government. Why the Nigerian national government has not commented on the Biafra self-referendum? Are you listening? This is a research from the United Kingdom. Why the Nigerian national government are yet to respond on Biafra self-referendum? In January 2024, Abuja reaffirmed its opposition to any separatist activities while citing the One China policy. The policy refers to China's position that there is only one Chinese government, wherein Taiwan is province in China of China rather than a separate country and government. Although the government of Nigeria did not link its position to Taiwan or Taiwanese separatist movement with the Biafra self-referendum. Now, I want you to understand how the justification of the Biafra self-referendum is coming to place. By an international institution well respected, several Nigerian social media users discussed the link between the two separatist movements. Based on this, it is unlikely the Nigerian government will support the result of the self-referendum and subsequent restoration of independent state of Biafra. Are you listening? When they ask you, what have Simon Ekpa done? This is the level we have done that no other group since after the war has attended or even attempted to attain. It is unclear whether Nigeria government response to the result of the self-referendum will be through political statement or escalate to military confrontation. Now, this is where the Biafra is going to come. After this self-referendum, we have only two options. Only two. One, whether Nigeria will accept it through a political statement or escalate to a military confrontation. We're already in a military confrontation. The only thing we're going to do is to increase it. So there is two options here. Either you accept this Biafra self-referendum or we continue to give them woto after 2nd of December. Because after 2nd of December, we have the legitimate right to uproot Nigeria from our land. I am telling you, the only problem we are going to have, by the special grace of God, it will not be a problem, is finance. Finance. To buy more equipment to engage Nigeria to make sure we uproot them. Not just, eviction is an understatement, uproot from taproot. That is what is happening here. Therefore, in conclusion, it will be important to keep an eye on Biafra over the coming months. Therefore, it will be important to keep an eye on Biafra over the coming months. You know why they are, you can remove it please and put them on the screen. You know why they are telling you now, this is not, this article is not for you. is not for you Biafran people to read. These are for international observers. These are for political leaders. These are for decision makers. These are for policy makers. These are for government officials to read, because these are people that design the policy through research and their work. So nobody that has interest in anything United Kingdom and Africa that have not come across this article. And it is telling them to keep an eye on Biafra over the coming months. Now, this keep an eye over the Biafra coming months. What are they looking for? What is keeping an eye? One is that we are going to announce our result of self-referendum in Finland. The eye on Biafra in the coming months will be Biafra Convention in Finland, declaration of the restoration of independence of Biafra in the coming month. Keep an eye. That is what Simon Ekpa and Biafra government have done. Keep eye. They are telling the policymakers, they are telling America, they are telling United Kingdom, keep an eye on the Biafra in the coming month. It has never happened before. If it has happened, let me know. So when they ask you what Simon Ekpa have done, please, I am just telling you few of the one that are most important. We are still on the diplomatic and political approach combined. In the process of this, I wouldn't need to tell you, last year during the convention in Finland, we unveiled the Biafra Defense Force called the Biafra Liberation Army and Biafra Resistance Fighters and the Biafra Air Force. We don't have plane yet, but we have Air Force. We also have Biafra Navy. We don't have warship yet, but we have our Navy. And at least they are using flying boat. And they are giving it to Cameroon Woto. Now, the foundation of the Biafra Defense Forces have been laid. All we need is money to get the equipment that we needed to make sure that Nigeria will be brought down to its knee at the end of the day. It didn't end there. Our coming of the Biafra Liberation Army is what we called the armed struggle approach, making sure that our women and children will not be killed again, and nobody will talk. Well, nobody will, be happy over it, because they have been killing before Simon Ekpa came on board. But today, the people who are asking you what Simon Ekpa have done were the one who were actually the victim of Nigeria in the name of fighting for Biafra freedom. And when their colleagues, their friends, whom they eat together, sleep together, do everything together, were massacred and killed, their life moved on. Today, they have forgotten all of them. Those who died in Lungpo have been forgotten. Those who died even in the house of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have been forgotten. Life goes on. Nigeria is now, the Nigeria security criminals and terrorists who killed their colleagues are now those that they are defending. Simon Ekpa have made sure that Biafra will defend itself. These people are now defending the people that killed their friends, killed their colleagues, even inside Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's house. They have now become sent, exonerated them, just because they don't want Biafra to come, because their intention was never for Biafra. What they were being used for is political pressure group. Many of them who were genuinely in IPOB are today coordinators, admins in Lagos. Because if you are really for pressure group, you will not be joining Simon Ekpa New Dimension as Mazi Nnamdi Kanu instructed. But because you are genuinely fighting for Biafra under them, that was the reason you decided to move on. But those who actually are not for Biafra will never join you. And we are not actually here for them. But this record that I'm setting straight today is something that is in the public. I am not making it up, because they will come and ask you, oh, what has Simon Ekpa done? What is it that I have done? He's destroying Ali Igbo. He's bringing insecurity. Ask them, when they were killing them in Mazi Nnamdi Kanu house, was it Simon Ekpa? Was Simon Ekpa there? Who brought the insecurity then? When they were massacring them in Nkpo, in Onitsha, in Enugu, in Ebonyi State, was Simon Ekpa there? Who was the one bringing insecurity? Nobody brings insecurity. The only thing that is bringing insecurity to Biafra land is for you, because you are a Biafran. It's because you are a child of light. It is not Simon Ekpa. It is not Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. It is not nobody. It is just because you are a child of light, and they are doing everything to off and quench this light. That's all. It is not me. Because they have been killing you. before I come on board to say no. If they come, we'll kill them back, kill them first before they kill you. And that's what is going on. And you follow them. In case for those who have been deceived, you follow these criminals to be shouting, Simon Ekpa is bringing insecurity. You are an idiot. And I hope God will deliver you one day. So you see what you have done to yourself. It is not me. They are not after me. They are after the light that is shining on you. The reason you survive with $20 or 20 pounds, that light that made you to survive with 20 pounds is what they are fighting against. It is not me. You are in Lagos today and you are yet to support Biafra. You will be killed and nobody will talk about you if we did not step up. They have killed many of you in Lagos. They have destroyed your businesses in Lagos. Did anything happen? No. Only now that we come on board because they know we have that thing they have. We have that thing that we never had before and only them have it. What is it? Gone. Not just gone. Bravery. Not just bravery. Fearless. Not just fearless. We give them violent to violent, peace to peace. That is what Biafra never had, but we have it now. Biafra never knew they will defend themselves till now. And the secret has been made open. That is what we have, they don't have. So, my people, when they tell you Simon Ekpa is working for Nigeria government, I want you to ask them, all these things I'm listening now, how does that make me a government agent? Do you see a government that sponsors somebody to destroy the same government? Even if Fulani government can never do that. So tell me, how does my activity show that it is against Biafra? Already when the Biafra is going to be declared on 2nd of December, you know, before we told them that Biafra, I know the date Biafra will come. They didn't believe it. This was 2022. Because they don't know what is happening. What you don't know is bigger than you. I told them 2022 that I know the date Biafra will come. And that was when the attack was heavy. They come, oh, even Mazina Ndikano never said anything like this. Even Mazina Ndikano don't know when Biafra will come. Even this, oh, why would he say Biafra? You know where Biafra will come? Today, I have announced it. All of them has gone mute. Because this 2nd of December have come and it is going to happen that day. Here in Finland, the Biafra government will declare the restoration of independent state of Biafra and the defense of Biafra will begin. Like the report of the ORB said, either Nigeria will issue a political statement on our self-referendum by in accepting it, or it will escalate to military confrontation. And the military confrontation, we are already in the military confrontation. Right? We are already in the military confrontation. Air raid is happening. Jet fighter are bombarding our district. Our army are defending our land, repelling them from the air, from the ground, from the sea in Bakassi. So, my people, what are you waiting for? Those of you in Lagos, opportunity is here. Our doors are open. We are fighting for a nation. Come in and let's unite and defeat this monster. Today, why Nigeria are killing Nigerians who believe in Nigeria, protesting they are killing them, it is only Biafrans that have not fallen victim. For the wisdom of the government of Biafra, that the only thing we know is to protect the life of our people, we go to any extent to do that. And today, the political criminals are speaking. They like good things. But inside themselves, they know it is possible only by the Biafra government. Nobody listens to them. If we have called for protest, Ali Igbo will be burned. I am telling you, everywhere will be burned. But we said, we know Nigeria is not our concern. And because of this, the next 1 month, the 1 month lockdown of the government institution is going to be immediately as they are finishing this protest. Because we don't want, a lot of people are saying, oh, now the securities are there. They have been overwhelmed. Let us come out and do our lockdown. No. We are not scared of security overwhelming. We have defeated them. You don't know the war that is going on in Biafra land. Only us know. You know how many thousands that has fallen? You know how many people that have brought to Imo, only Imo State? You know how many thousands of terrorists have fallen in Imo State alone for the past 2 years? So our next lockdown of Nigeria institution in Biafra land will happen after their protest, because we don't want our focus to be on the protest. So we want, when we start, focus will be on Biafra. When we start, everything in Nigeria will be on Biafra. Focus will be on Biafra. Let them bring all the military from Kaduna, from Zamfara to Biafra land. The focus will be in Biafra. That's what we want. And we are not yet in November. We are not even yet in October. We will make Nigeria so restless that before November, believe me, if you see anybody wearing Nigeria army uniform, they will be peeing in their pants in Biafra land. In Lagos. Talk, share this news, spread it. The glory of Biafra is back. And this time around, we have come to finish it. Be part of this history. All of you, the business people in Lagos, I am telling you, nobody will kill you again without consequences. And we are not going to announce our consequences in the public. Thank you and welcome. And thank you for inviting me to Lagos. I will be ready to meet Biafrans in the north because we have Northern Lazen. Please, Northern Lazen, be getting ready for my visit. Thank you. Airborne! Airborne to the Biafra Liberation Army. Airborne! Airborne!
It is good, make it good. Do you understand? Biafrans, we don't come a long way to where we are now. So who no understand, you no go ever understand. We know the joke again. We don't see enough, and we don't fight enough, and we don't cry enough. And now today we have a liberator here with us. I beg you, try and like this video if you don't watch me. I will stop here because the heat too much. I go rest, and later in the day we'll come back again. I want us to know that if you have not been supporting, wake up and begin to support. At least if you don't want to support for free, support, invest.